Old Elk's Wheated Bourbon. Is this wheater a heater? Let's find out. Excuse the joke. I'm in a joking mood today. We're going to go for it. So Old Elk Wheated Bourbon. They have been making a big splash in recent years, especially during the whiskey boom. Now, their wheated bourbon, I've heard a lot of people say it's their favorite. They love it. They're here for it. And you know what? We're going to find out. So Old Elk, they have been around since 2012, 2013. Originally, they came to MGP, to Greg Metz, and they said, hey, make us a mash bill, make us a whiskeys. So he made a set of 3 different custom mash bills for Old Elk. Now, he has since joined them. He signed up with them in 2016, I think, and now his master distiller, his name is on the bottle, so you know he signed off on this. But this wheated bourbon is their straight bourbon whiskey. This comes in at 92 proof, so 46% alcohol. And now age on it, I'm not sure. It doesn't really say the age on it, but I think they're usually about 4 to 5 years on this. So their wheated bourbon, the custom mash bill on that is, for the wheated bourbon is 51% corn, 45% 45% wheat and 4% malted barley. So it is definitely high wheat. 45% wheat, that is a lot. But wheated bourbon, we're going to find out. Let's see what we got. I know some people are diehard Old Elk fans. I personally love their packaging. They really hit it out of the park with that. Now this is, I believe, all distilled from MGP in Indiana. But they admit that. I'm okay with that. They admit that they source from MGP. So let's see. It's enough of the talking. Let's check out the whiskey. Deep caramel on it. All the regular bourbon notes. Nuttiness right off the nose. You can smell the oakiness to it, but not in a bad way. Sweet, very sweet. That sweet corn, that sweet wheat. In my experience, wheated bourbons typically don't have a very powerful nose, and this kind of goes right along with that. So let's see. The palate doesn't disappoint. Sweet. That nuttiness. Oh goodness, what is that? That's like toffee almost. Yeah. That's toffee, like creamy. It's a very sweet, creamy, sweet and creamy palate. Caramel, toffee. This is very dessert. Very dessert. That's good. I could see how this would be good for those that like that sweet wheat. Typically, if you're new to this whole bourbon thing, you got the people who swear by high rye bourbons or the low rye bourbons because it's corn, rye, and barley. And some who swear by wheated bourbon. Now, I like both. I'm neither one side nor the other. But I think that sometimes when it comes to these sweeter ones, these are more dessert. See on that, now that I've had that first sip, I smell more of that coffee. I don't have the best nose. I'll be the first one to tell you I don't have a great nose for smelling, but that's okay. It doesn't mean you do either. You don't have to. If you can't smell a whole lot, you just like, I smell sweet, or I smell maybe a little bit coffee, or kind of darker, lighter, high, low, however you want to call it. That's okay. Yeah, very sweet, creamy. I feel the oak, the oakiness coming in from the sides, and very kind of stringent, a little dry. That always says Colorado to me. I always think dry Colorado climate whenever I have that. But that's good. Yeah. So you know what? It's up to you. However your opinion is on it. If you're a fan of a wheated bourbon, check out Old Elk's Wheated Bourbon. Might be the one for you. This would be a good regular sipper. This is nothing that's like, oh my God, it's the best I've ever had, but it won't disappoint either. It's not grained glass, so if you're in for that, but you know what? If you're I just want a good whiskey from Colorado that tastes good. Doesn't matter to me if it's sourced. Okay, you know what? Go for it. This is a bit more dessert. Check it out. I hope you guys have a great day, a great night. I'll see you later. Cheers.